Test 1, 2. Hey Klaus, how are you doing today? I am not hearing my audio. Twitch lag is so long. Okay, so I am hearing myself. Good. Awesome. Audio is good. Good deal. Let's get to business. All right. So right now I'm in a state where I'm seg faulting, and all I did was move stuff from here to like I was initializing this context in here, and I moved a lot of that stuff to an initializer list or into the default arguments. And now I'm seg faulting, and I have no idea why. GDB is telling me that it's seg faulting at the beginning of the function, which is really dumb. Like, yeah, I have no idea why. There must be something weird. Like, I'm not even getting to the printf. So this is strange. I've never seen this one before. It's a segmentation fault on let's see here. This address. So yeah, I've got no idea. P rip. So I'm in reset context plus 114. How do you get like lines assembly to lines? Am I not getting... Am I like doing something that's like making it so I'm not getting debug symbols? And that's why it's like that? Okay, let me double check. No, because it's not even printing out. Like, this printf isn't hitting. Where is reset context? Yeah, this printf should totally hit first. Like, b printf. Run. It's seg faulting before it's hitting the printf. I have no idea. Oh, you think it's a Stack Overflow? You know what? That's probably it. God damn it, that's probably it. It's probably because I'm like doing this stuff here. Yeah. Let me Yep, okay. AMZ Reese gets he gets props. I don't know what to give you. I don't have anything to give you. You can become a tester if you message me on IRC. That's what I'll give you. Okay. You can run the buggy software on your own computer instead of just watching me run it. All right. Okay, so I think this is a sign that we need to move test context into the heap. Because it's starting to get really big. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let's say humbug QE. So, yeah. It's already mallocked. So, changing that didn't affect it. Because it was already in the heap. Is it like one of those random things? Let me change it back. What did I change? I changed this from a 20 to a 1. Or 20 to a 10. So let's run now. Motherfucker. Maybe console buffer? Maybe that did it? Okay. Let me change these. I don't know where the stack stops. This totally should not be on the stack. It should be on the heap. Yeah. So no idea on that one. Okay, even if it was, okay, no, it's not a stack allocation problem. Because if it was a stack allocation problem, then we would get a different error. Like a stack allocation problem looks like this. Like if I have hold on. Let's go to reload, reset. Okay, so like if I had a like char some huge buffer, right? And it was like a gigabyte. Okay. And then I tried to run. Well, it's a bad example. Huh. But totally should have done a Stack Overflow. It's a it's like a 1 gig file, size of a 1 gig variable. It doesn't work. Okay. Am I like? Oh, god damn it! All right. You see what I did there? Okay, there you go. This is what a Stack Overflow looks like. Or whoa, it says heap buffer overflow. Where am I? BT. No stack. ASAN mem set. I'm going to turn off ASAN real quick. I'm not sure if ASAN's being entirely accurate. If it is accurate, then I have way bigger problems than I thought I did. Because if it is a heap overflow, then that means that some of my heap usage somewhere else is running into stack stuff. It disabled you. Am I not compiling everything? Where are we at? Oh. Okay. I think I know what's going on. This is because I'm using an incremental build. I believe so. Because we never... Here. Because we never mess with GUI... Actually, no, that wouldn't be the case, because it doesn't actually depend on the other source file. Okay. Undefined reference to pthread create. So apparently ASAN brings in pthread. If that is what I'm getting. Okay, now we're getting a different error. We're getting a seg fault. Man, this is not a good day today. Just saying. Mainnet, okay. Why are you having trouble? Undefined symbol main init. All right. It's totally there. Okay, I'm assuming that that's just because of some weird fluke with something, but because I recompiled it, it works fine. So, okay, so we're getting a segmentation fault here. is it because it's not doing a Stack Overflow because it's because it hasn't moved the stack pointer past that yet? So like if we did um, so if we did not initialize it and we said like void something else, char star, you know, ASDF2, and you know, for good measure, we'll just make a stack variable int a equals 3. And then we did a um, oh. It runs? Why does it run? I was totally expecting that to Stack Overflow. I don't know. Whatever. Am I like missing something? Okay, let's. Is there like a hello world of Stack Overflows that I can look at? Stack Overflow example. Oh god, that'll just give me a bunch of stuff from Stack Overflow's website. Maybe not. Oh, if I just do like infinite recursion. I don't know. But that doesn't. Minus stackoverflow.com. Yeah, that could. Okay, so I just looked at one. Like the Wikipedia page for Stack Overflow. And it like totally has like this as like something that would cause the Stack Overflow. Unless I like messed up my size again. P LLD. And maybe that's why. No, that's super huge. It's really big. Megabyte or kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes. Yeah, so that's or maybe, what's the default stack space? Linux default stack size. Default stack size, according to Stack Exchange, is, oh, it's ulimit-s. So 8192, but what units is that in? I think it's in kilobytes. Whatever. I give up. Oh, what is the current status? Okay, well, let me undo all of this so I can sort of like actually get it to run in a good way. Well, actually, I already know how to get it to run. Let me just do there. Okay, that should be running. Okay, here is our debugger. Let's do. So it just ran the code. Let me break into main. And let's run restart. Okay, so we have run to line working. Boom. You know, boom. We have stepping working. We can, you know, do some things like finish. Right here, it's in this function. We can display some local variables. This function doesn't have any local variables. This one does. All right. You know, we can browse some source. We can set some breakpoints. So let's like set a breakpoint here, and then we'll just continue. And we're running. We got to there. So that's basically it. That's all of the things it does right now. So the next steps that I was going to do was get like this console to be more user friendly. That was like the most requested feature from the testers so far. So in order to get that working, I was adding some stuff to my global context variable. And then I was realizing that it was starting to get cumbersome, like defining it here and then going to the reset context thing here and set the initialized value, when I really just want to be able to, like, you know, do stuff here. Like, say, instead of like, so I moved a lot of stuff from here into here. So I have default values for these right here. And so so in theory, when I do this, it should set those values. Actually, I never really verified that. Yeah. But anyway, so I was doing all that, and the I'm starting to get like a segmentation fault in such a weird place I haven't seen yet. So I was trying to understand like exactly what was going on, and I'm making a lot of mistakes because I'm talking while coding at the same time. So let's run that. We go over here. Let's run U. Okay, yeah, so it is the proper value. So that is working the way I wanted it to. So, yeah. And so just for reference, this is like the problem I was having. I wanted to increase the buffer size so it's like really big. And then like I'm getting a segmentation fault. So, oh, damn it. I know exactly what the problem is. Yeah, okay. It's because, oh god, I feel like an idiot now. Oh. All right. So the problem is because for the context here, I'm just doing a malloc here. Okay. So ASAN was 100% correct. It was a heap overflow. So I'm going to go ahead and re-enable ASAN. And let's go. We need to like poke these files for the build to pick it up, because the files need to have changed in order for it to build again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're all good. We're all good. I need to like not have that problem anymore, because that's like the second time I've hit that. So what can I do to make sure I never have that problem again? Could I assert that the size of this... Yeah, it was a malloc that was too small. Like, it was... it was this malloc. Oh. It was this malloc right here. So it's only grabbing a gigabyte of space. So, and I think I was using more than that. So I'm going to figure out if there's a way that I could just take that number and put it here, and like I basically want to do like an if size of test context is greater than that, then we want an error. But can I get this to run at compile time? Because I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure this won't work. Because, like, size, the preprocessor doesn't know what size of is. It's like, that's like a compiler directive that I have a really cheap cheap overflow test that saved me at least once. Putting a U64 at the end of structs and whatever, and asserting that it's 0 at the start of each frame. Yeah, I have done that before. Also, because I don't think it would help in this specific case. But I guess what threw me off the most was that it was segfaulting at the beginning of the function call. Like, why would it do that? That doesn't make sense to... That's not a very intuitive thing to have happen, I think, for the type of error that it was. So I'm not a way to like prevent that is like my big concern right now. Because if that were to happen again, then I would like not have any idea of what it was. I basically only figured it out because of trial and error at this point. So, I think it's like a static assert is stack colliding with your heap. Oh gosh, I hope not. I don't think that's really possible on a 64-bit build, right? Because your stack and your heap start on different ends. And like you'd have to allocate like, you know, billions of gigabytes to get from one side to the other. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm going to look it up. Stack. I don't know. Maybe someone else can like fact check me on that. But I much rather like figure out a way to like do this. So I'm gonna Google static assert because I think that's what I want. Okay, so static assert. Yeah. Oh, I actually want this to be less. Okay. You want parentheses. Oh my gosh. Why do you want all that? Okay, so if I did this again, where I decided I wanted that to be huge, you're not going to error out on me? Come on. Do I have to run it? Oh my gosh, static assert is useless. Am I missing something? Static assert 0. No, okay, so it's working. So maybe that wasn't the problem after all. I don't know. Okay, so you seem to think that it's okay, it won't happen on 64-bit. The only thing I can think of is happening at the beginning of the function is making space on the stack, but my knowledge of assembly is fairly minimal. Yeah. I don't know. We could look at the assembly, but it's sort of like a pain in the butt to look at the assembly in GDB, which is one of the things I want to address. You can't really use my debugger while making a new debugger, unfortunately. Yeah. So that's why I couldn't make it 32 or size. Uh, but oh fuck. So this is what you're saying. These can't be over 4 gigs. I mean, that's fine. I'm just going to change these over because I'm going to fucking forget what size these are. I'm also going from signed to unsigned. I wonder if that'll change things. I'm changing too much at the same time here. Let's stay focused. To do. Change ints to U3264s. Yeah, I feel like I don't need to do that. I don't know. So here's the problem that I'm having. This is like, oh, actually, I want to know what the size of that is. Let's just do p size of test context. P30. Yeah, okay, so we're actually really small compared to that malloc size. Postfix numbers with UUL. Okay, if I wanted to do that. Yeah. So you're saying like this, right? If I wanted to do that. Yeah, okay, so that failed the static assert. Yeah. But my problem that I'm having right now is that at 24, I'm having a problem. And so I'm mallocing a gigabyte for here, malloc. Right there. So I'm mallocing a gigabyte, and that should totally be enough space for that. Like my static assert says, yep, that's fine. All right, it's compiling and building and all that stuff. But when I run it, I'm getting a seg fault. Oh, motherfucker. Damn it. Oh, I don't know. This is what's going on. No, that isn't what's going on. It's because I didn't build. Come on, build. Build. Okay. Up. P my context. Oh my gosh, this is incredibly strange. Okay. Do you see the value of my context? It has a value. Alright? We'll go down one level. Here we are at the beginning of the function call. And we go to P my context. And it is null. What the hell is going on? Disassemble. Okay, so P RSP info address or info symbol. How did I get this before? What did I do? Let's just do disassemble. All right. Here we are. It looked like I was setting it to empty. I mean, I think that is definitely possible, and I do want it to be set to 0. So I think what you're talking about is this, right? And I do believe that is entirely what I want. And even if that was the problem, this is happening after. This would have happened after that. Like, I don't know. Okay, so this is what I've got going on here. Okay, in GDB, how can I, like, say what line number this stuff is? So, like, GDB show lines with assembly. This is, like, my number one gripe with GDB. Let's just do opt jump. Okay. Let's see. I guess we want to do build reloadable. Oh, GUI reloadable 2.so. All right, so reset. Okay, nice. Oh man, we're like, this is huge because it's got I am GUI in there. All right, GUI to reload. Nope. It's not going to show it. Okay. Reset context. Okay, here we are. The problem is that these addresses aren't going to be the same. BAB2. Well, so like if we go to here, D2B0. Okay, so we just start with a 9D becomes a BA. All right. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. BA 9D. Okay. So what's our RIP? We're at 337. The 330F. 33F, I should say. So okay, yep, here's our instruction. I've got no clue, guys. I don't know what any of this stuff is, or what it's doing, or why it's part of my program. It's pulling a bunch of stuff from the stack or from the registers. Are we doing? What the hell is it doing? Dynamic. I'm just gonna go out on a wild guess here and say that all of this is because of ASAN, maybe. I want to disable ASAN and see what it looks like. So, build. Pull you out, okay, and we need to change this file, and we need to change this file, and build that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start that guy. And let's go ahead and restart this guy. Oh, crap. We needed that. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, shit. Alright. Run. So we got a seg fault. Oh, this time the seg fault was here. Okay, that's a little bit more understandable, really. Do you guys see the difference? It's segfaulting. It's actually segfaulting here instead of like here. It's like one line above. So I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that, but let's see what we've got here. So we've got P sig I think it's P sig info P info address or info symbol. Which change? Are we talking about the change here? To the my context? Well, the answer, I think, no matter what you're actually asking, is probably no. Because I'm not trying to do anything with ASAN or manipulate it in any special way. Like, what I'm doing should be like completely separate of ASAN. And okay, so what ASAN is a it's a feature of the compiler called address sanitizer. Let's see here, Chromium browser and address sanitizer. Okay, so it was originally made by Google. I believe it was made by Google, but has also been incorporated as an integral part of different compilers. I'm using Clang, so it's part of Clang. I believe it is also a part of GCC. And so it catches a lot of things by inserting code into the runtime to basically check to see if you are hitting certain bounds or whatever. Typical slowdown is 2x. I mean, that's fine, you know. But maybe I should stop running it all the time, especially for this case. Or maybe it's fine now that I just know that's how it works. I don't know. Let's look at the difference in the assembly code. I don't have the ASAN included version handy. But okay, so do you guys see the difference here though? Like this was several pages last time, or not several pages, but this was probably, 6 or 7 times the size that it was with with ASAN involved. So this is much smaller. So I'm assuming whatever was doing in there was just some code that was generated by ASAN. And for some reason it was tripping up. Maybe ASAN just can't handle structs over a certain size or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, the moral of the story is that I don't actually need this buffer to be that big. So I'm going to move it to this size right here because, I believe that for a scrollback buffer, that's probably big enough. That's it's an order of operations problem. That's 16 kilobytes of scrollback. You know what? That's probably actually not enough still. Because, like, we're programmers. We're going to want a lot of scrollback. So, let's just do a megabyte. And be done with it. Alright. What the fuck is... Now it runs? Alright, so we're at 14 now. And now... I totally was hitting a seg fault. Am I, like, high, or am I missing the fact that we should have hit a seg fault? We have the exact same code we had before, but now we don't have a seg fault here. How am I allocating? I'm doing a malloc. Yeah, I'm doing a malloc, and I'm doing a malloc of a gigabyte. So right here. Well, no, this is the check. Sorry. This is the malloc. So all right, well, you know what? It probably was an issue of me just debugging old code. I think that's probably what happened. Is I went ahead and made the change, but for some reason I was still... GDB still had loaded the old version. Maybe I didn't rerun it or execute things in the proper order. That's what I'm going to say is the issue. But I think we did decide that we need a megabyte of scrollback. So I'm going to go change it to a megabyte of scrollback, and we'll call it done at this point. And hopefully ASAN will function as well with a megabyte of scrollback. So let's re-enable ASAN. And run it. Oh, right. We've got to make a change to the code. And I'm going to take out these guys. I mean, is there a way to just turn that on by default? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so we are hitting a seg fault again. But this time it's in... Oh, okay. It's hitting... Okay, this is separate because, like... Here. Oh my god, so many different problems. Yeah, so... I don't know why this happens, but after you enable and disable ASAN, you have to rebuild all of the components for some reason. So I changed this file so it'll pick this up, and then now we run it and now we're running fine. Okay, and we have a gigabyte. We have a megabyte of scrollback buffer. So there we go. Okay, now that I'm running, I'm gonna go ahead and address that other issue while I have it in my mind. I want to make sure that we're actually running and everything's good. So we got this. We're gonna run restart. We ran. Bmain. Okay, run restart. Okay, and we're doing stuff. Nice. Okay, So, I'm going to change everything that's an int to a U32. Just because I want to. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, what is query replace? I always forget. I think it's Alt Q? Control. No, it's not Control Q because that's quit. And I already did that twice already. Oh my gosh, let's just open up the for coder config. Control R. That's what it is. Oh. Come on. What? Alright, let's try that again. Control R. Oh, right. R, well, no, it still should be picked up. Query replace. Control R. Oh, okay, you have to highlight. Or now it's working no matter what. Is that a bug? I don't know. All right. Control R. It seriously won't do a query replace. It does it in this file, but it doesn't do it in that file. It doesn't seem to like always want to do it. It's not doing it in that case. It doesn't. Okay. So you have to be. Okay. U32. Oh. Had it before. U32. Why? Why? Next. You know what? We're going to do it that way. No, it didn't work. Never mind. Actually, shit. Can't be U32 because it's negative, so it has to be S32. So S32. I'm just gonna make them all S32s at this point, and then if I want to make them unsigned, I can do that later. Oh, missed one. How do you go back? There is no back. Great. You know what? It's a waste of time. You guys don't want to see me do that. So I changed them in that big struct, which is, I think, an important thing to do. But we'll change. I'll change over the types later. So right now, let's just do history. Let's get history working. Okay, so we've got char star here, input history. So what we need to do here is we need to do a input, right. So I guess we'll want to make this a circular buffer if they ever, if you're ever the kind of person who's going to insert more than 1024 commands in one session. So let's do a console input. Let's do here. S32 start. Let's do let's do that. And then actually, technically this could be U16. So U16 start. And then let's do an end here. And then I think we want to have like some sort of idea of like where you are in the console buffer history. So like lookup position. Okay. And then and also for testing purposes, let's make this really small. Like 8. Okay. And then we want So my context, console input buffer, history, input history. Um, all right. So what we want to do is we basically want to do this I equals strdip um, okay. And then so I guess we want to do next equals U16. Next equals history and +1. Okay, so next will equal to next mod the size of, well, we want to do an A count of my context console input history if okay, that's fine. Next. Okay, so if we were already past the beginning. Alright, so we've got our buffer here. We've got indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. And so in the beginning, we're going to set the start and the end to 0. Alright. And so, you know, as we're pushing stuff on here, we're going to want to increment that. So let's do... So it'll start from the end and move up to 1. So this becomes like the new end. Boop. Alright. And this is fine because the, you know, be null there. And it's fine. So if we do so if we're ever in a situation where we need to like go all the way around the buffer, so the new end is here, and this is also where the new start was. So if start, or if the next, okay, so this needs to end with this guy becoming next. All right. And if if next is start, all right, then we need to go ahead and free whatever's there. And that'll be fine. All right, so and then I guess we also need to set the start. Jim, you can ask 4-quarter questions all you want, and I'd be happy to help. Okay, so we also need to increment start. So start needs to equal command by default. I don't know. Let me see. Save Oh. I think it's this one. Right here. Do you have this? Okay. Oh. No A count. Okay. Let me just open up. Boop. Jim is asking, where can I see if that function is bound to a key? Um, well, I can tell you right now that the the build, um, like the make everything button, saves everything. At least it does. I'm pretty sure that's the default. So you like make everything and save everything is like the thing that it will do by default, I believe. So Crow defaults. Yeah. I don't know if there's a way to like search key bindings. Like you could just grep for bind in the customization files. You know, that's fine. Um, okay. Alright, what the hell was I doing? Okay. Oh, I need to advance the start pointer. Okay, so if this happens, then the start pointer we'll go to here. Um, equals start +1 mod a count. I'm glad it's working for you, Jim. A count. My context. Console input history. All right. I also want to like debug draw these things. So I'm going to do a guess I'm going to do that here. Or so like while so let's do int or u16i. Let's do auto. Auto I equals my context console input history start my context. So we'll go until it's not equal to the end. Let's do I is not equal to my context console input buffer input history and we will every frame do I equals, or every time go I equals I +1 the quantity of that mod a count my context console input history. And we'll do imgui text history line input history %d I know we don't need a new line there, but I'm so used to doing new lines with my other stuff. I really should convert this over. Or should I? I don't know. Okay, and then my context, console, input history, I. Um, oh, it's this is a for loop, guys. All right, so are we running? I don't know if we're running. Let's go ahead and do this. Why did we hit the address sanitizer there? Oh, it's because of the run. Okay. Yeah, I know about this one because stdprintf has the thing going on with it. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is. So why am I not getting some printouts? Totally was expecting that to print out some stuff. Am I not in the proper level of nesting? Oh, should be there. Gonna go back to where I was originally. Oh. Yep. So obviously it's broken. We got start. We got our end. Boom. So 0, 0. Why is it not saving our stuff? Let's do a break at 1485. Break GUI 2 reloadable 1485. Display next. Display my context and start. Okay. Next. So next equals 1. That's great. That is not great. Why is that? One mod 8 should be 1. Night, AMZ Reese. AZM Reese, I should say. God damn, did I mess it up before? Sorry about that. Maya went live. Alright, well, Risky Business, I think, just went live. So, I think that might be a good time for me to take a break. And I will recommend everybody go to Risky Business. And then when we come back, you guys can figure out why my thing's not working. I'm assuming my 8 count isn't working right properly. Well, let me debug that real quick, because he's probably playing this intro music. Size of why is it 64? Oh, I know why it's 64. Because it's 8 pointers. Okay. Alright, so that's 1. That's 8. So 8 count should totally be 8. And 1 mod 1 should be 8. Should be 1 mod 8 should be 1. Let me see if I messed up my 8. That totally should be correct. Oh, come on. I'm having such a lousy programming day. Oh! You know what? Well, no. I noticed the problem here. This should definitely be this. But that doesn't explain why my next. This is what my next is right now. So next equals 1, then next equals 0. That's totally not correct. All right. God damn it, it's because it's unsigned. That's what's going on. Is it? Is it though? So next is 1 right now. And CIH count is 8. So 1 mod 8 should be 1. Okay? Next. Okay, so it's still... So it's still 1. Why is it 1 now when it wasn't 1 before? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh, is there something up with my macro? Maybe I need to, like, you know, wrap this up. Maybe. Run. No, it's still not working. Do you guys see the problem? Just like double checking, making sure that it's, that we are running the latest version of the code. Just because. Yeah, okay, so that's working. Man, what is up with my build process? Why am I like never running the latest code that I make? Is it because I'm like, is there like a bug in my hot loading stuff? Where it's like reading in the old file or something? Do I need to put a sleep in there? I don't know. It's really irritating. DDD. Yes. Okay, so now I have history. Oh my gosh, look. Look, the history is actually scrolling up. Right? Boom, I'm going to call that a win. So it looks like we're only saving 7 history points. So it looks like we have like an off by 1 problem here. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so it's never displaying the latest one it has. I think that's more of a problem with my print statement than anything else. Well, I'm gonna call that a quit for now. We can watch Mio stream. Um, I will host him. Miyatsu. Why is Twitch being so slow? Oh my gosh. Oh, he's just playing games. Okay, I'm not going to stop my stream for him playing games. Well, I don't know. You guys can go watch him if you want. This is his Twitch if he's playing. He's just playing games. I thought he was doing like risky business. But I'm gonna go use the restroom. He's playing Mario. So I think I am gonna continue streaming. If you guys still want to watch, but I do need a break, so I'm gonna take a few minutes break. Sorry for the the being indecisive about that, but I'll be back here in a few minutes. There are still people apparently watching my stream. That is impressive. All right. Oh, gotta check the audio. Always gotta check the audio when I come back. Yes, okay, audio's working. All right, so history. We've got history working pretty good, pretty well. Come on. The thing is, though, it's not. We have an off by one, and it's bothering me. So I want to fix that real quick. Where are we at? So I think what we need to do is like. I think this gets more complicated. Because I think we have to do. That, maybe? But that'll be like never anything. Right? That's actually worse. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Now we're off by 2. Not sure I totally understand what's going on here. That should really work. No, that should at least work. Oh, okay. So, okay, never mind. So we start at the start. That should be the pointer for the first one in the item. Is that correct? Let's reset. So, let's go run history 00 1 1 1 1 1. So it starts at 0, ends with 1. So it shows us 0. Apparently that's null. If we do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, then we get 1. So, oh, it's because I am. Yeah, okay, so I need to do end here. Yeah, we need to increment it after we do this stuff. Are we also rolling over properly? No, we're not. Yeah, so that's messed up now. Oh, right. Okay, so that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Alright. We still are only capable of showing seven items, but I don't really care anymore. Alright. So that's working. We've got history now. Let's do up. Callback history. What is this doing? Not sure. If lookup position. So I think we should always set lookup position to the end. I wonder if we should do that first. Okay. So lookup position. So if we're using arrow keys, then equals oh crap, how does mod handle negative numbers? Five minus 1 mod 8. So it should be 4. That's correct. I'm hoping that that is 7. No. I really like auto. The Sweeze. The Sweeze. Mostly because I can temporarily not care about types. Whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't, doesn't really matter to me. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to, in order to like bypass the whole negative number thing, I'm just like always going to add the number to it. 1, 2, 3. Shit, do I only want to add 7 to it? So if we are at 0 and we go back 0, we stay at 0. If we are at 0 and we go back 1, we go to 7, which is correct. If we are at 1 and we go back 1, we're at 0. That is correct. If we are at 7 and we go back 1, we're at 6. If we are at 7 and we go forward 1, we end up at 0. So I think that is the correct formula. So we're going to do hey count so also like auto is nice. Well, okay, so I've heard auto is nice, for templates and like, crazy nested types and stuff like that. I don't really know because I don't really use templates. I guess they are nice for like nested types. Yeah. Where like if you've got like stuff buried in namespaces and you just don't care about that. Or like autos is really nice because namespaces are important, but you don't want them to be like 5 times in your line of code or something like that or whatever. I mean 5 is an exaggeration, but like it is not like if you're doing if you're calling something that returns something and you have to cast something in one line, then you just had to like put a bunch of stuff in there. So like using auto can help with that. But like what for me, like the biggest boon with auto is that I can write, like I wrote like a linked list library here. All right. And you know, like this would typically would be something you'd like do in templates or something like that. But um I just like doing it in macros. I guess I should probably try to do it in templates sometime. Maybe that would be easier to debug. I don't know. I'll try a version in templates sometime because I've never actually used templates. I guess, like, why would you when this works fine? Um, but I guess it would technically be easier to read, perhaps. Um, I just don't know how to use templates. I guess. So, pop. So let's try that here. So I think it's like template lpop type, or like type t. I think that's what you're supposed to do. mlist. So we go t star, or yeah, t star template, or mlist. Oh, it needs to return a t star, and then auto. Does that work? No, I don't know how to use templates. C++ template tutorial. Oh, okay. What? Why do I... Okay, so you... Okay. You just put that before it. Class. What's the difference between class and type name? No idea. Alright, type name. Well, I mean, that works fine. So I guess I'll try that. See how that works. Um... That is kind of nicer than using macros, because some of my macros that do that stuff is like really long. Um, all right, so what did we decide we wanted to do? We wanted to do it does generate a lot of garbage. Minus. Why are you like not putting the closing bracket in the right place? I don't know. Okay. Plus where I'm at. So -1. So I need to figure out a better way to wrap that up. It's gonna get annoying quick. But like if data event key is up, then we're gonna go up. If data event key is down, then we're going to go down. So we're going to go forward in the circular buffer. +1. And so what happens if I think what we need to do here is we need to do like if how do we detect if it's run off the edge of a range? So like let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And let's say that our start is here, which technically this wouldn't happen with what we're at, but whatever. And our end is here. So that means that 3, 4, and 5 are populated. And so if we go back, you know what? If, here, this is easy. If lookup position is start, then we're going to set it to the end. And if we're advancing, and if we're at the end, which is actually the more likely scenario. Well, actually, that'll never happen. Because we're never going to be at the end. If we are at the end after remove, then we need to wrap it around. So position equals start. I believe that is correct. Let's find out. We should print off where we are at. One, two, three. Whoa. I'm hitting the up arrow and the down arrow, and it's like crazy. So, what is going on here? Alright, equals, so if it's equal to the start, blah, blah, so that's not in our case right now, so. Oh, we never mod it. We never mod it. That's why we keep going up. Okay, so mod there, and then we'll do it here. Okay, so So we're at 2 right now. So if we hit up, I would assume we would hit 1. Did I mix up my things? Up arrow should be -1. Let's do 4. Actually, I don't want this behavior. I want it to like, I don't want it to loop around. I want it to auto original value. I just want to like constrict it. So like if we're trying to go around, then we'll hit go back to the original value. And if we're already at the end, then we'll actually do all this stuff. Okay, so we can't go before 1, and we can't go after 7. So like, let's be in a situation where we're wrapped around. So now we're at 0. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so now we just need to fill in the values in the history, whatever we move. So stern copy console input buffer believe that, yeah, size in. All right. Why are you not running? This should totally work. Do I have to do this maybe? Anyway, I don't know why that isn't working. 1494. Okay. That is... Okay, correct. So if we go next, then that should be set. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's happening. I probably don't have a good grasp of what IMGUI is trying to do. So I'll need to like check the IMGUI documentation. So anyway, I'm gonna go now. It's time for me to eat dinner. I know it's been such a short stream, and you know, I feel like I haven't actually provided a lot of good content this time around. So I'll probably stream in a few hours. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's been a lot of fun having you around and talking. So anyway, I will catch you all later.